Hello, fellow students of wisdom. Today, we're diving into a subject that may seem a bit different but is deeply rooted in our pursuit of personal growth, composure, and wisdom: how to talk to women through the lens of Stoicism. Now, before we begin, let's remind ourselves that this isn't about tricks or manipulations. Stoicism is about virtue, integrity, and being your best self. We will explore 7 Stoic rules that will guide you in your conversations, not just with women, but with anyone you encounter. These principles come from timeless wisdom, meant to help you approach all relationships with respect, understanding, and a sense of calm. So let's embark on this journey and see how the Stoic philosophy can help you become a better person when engaging in conversations, particularly with women. Rule 1. Listen more than you speak. One of the most important virtues in Stoicism is temperance, self-control. And that starts with learning to listen more than you speak. Too often, we enter conversations with the intention to impress or to say something clever. But what would a Stoic do? A Stoic would listen, because to listen is to understand. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening is a form of respect. It shows that you are genuinely interested in the other person's thoughts and experiences. I remember a time when I was younger, and I met someone who I wanted to impress. Instead of listening to her thoughts, I was too focused on what I would say next. I wanted to sound smart, charming, and witty. But after the conversation, I realized that I hadn't learned anything about her at all. I was too busy with my own internal dialogue. The lesson here is simple: be present. When you are having a conversation with someone, whether it's a woman or anyone else, truly engage with what they are saying. Focus on their words, not on your response. This shows humility and respect, 2 key virtues in Stoicism. Rule 2. Don't seek validation. The second rule is to stop seeking validation from others. This might sound counterintuitive in a world where we often feel the need to be liked, admired, or validated. But Stoicism teaches us that external validation is not the key to happiness. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, reminds us in his Meditations, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." The wisdom here is powerful. When speaking to women, you may feel the urge to impress, to be liked, or to seek approval. But a Stoic knows that the only approval that matters is the approval of your own conscience. Are you living according to your values? Are you being honest, kind, and virtuous? These are the only things you should concern yourself with. Let me tell you a story. There was a time when I tried hard to win someone's approval. I changed how I talked, what I wore, and how I acted, all in the hopes of gaining her admiration. But the more I chased that validation, the further away it seemed. Why? Because people can sense when you're not being genuine. They can sense when you're seeking approval rather than being yourself. The Stoic rule here is simple: don't seek validation from others. Be confident in who you are, and focus on living according to your principles. Authenticity will always speak louder than trying to impress someone. Rule 3. Speak honestly and kindly. Honesty is one of the cornerstones of Stoicism. But honesty, according to the Stoics, must always be paired with kindness. There is no virtue in harsh honesty that causes unnecessary pain. The goal of Stoicism is to live in harmony with others, and that means our words must be truthful, but also gentle. Epictetus said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." This applies not only to who we surround ourselves with, but how we speak to them. Our words should uplift others, not tear them down. I remember a time when I thought honesty meant saying whatever was on my mind, without considering how it might affect the other person. I learned the hard way that truth without compassion can do more harm than good. There's a fine line between being truthful and being hurtful. When talking to women, or anyone, for that matter, practice speaking with both truth and kindness. If something needs to be said, say it with care. It's not about sugarcoating the truth but delivering it in a way that promotes understanding and connection. Before we move on to the next rule, I'd like to take a moment to remind you to subscribe to Students of Wisdom if you find value in this content. We explore Stoic philosophy and how it can help you live a life of virtue, calm, and resilience. If you're looking to grow and learn alongside a community of like-minded individuals, consider hitting that subscribe button and joining us on this journey. Rule 4. Don't be attached to the outcome. One of the key teachings in Stoicism is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This is particularly important when talking to women or engaging in any social interaction. Often, we get nervous or anxious in conversations because we're too focused on the outcome. Will she like me? Will this conversation lead somewhere? But a Stoic knows that the outcome is not in your control, only your actions are. As Epictetus teaches, some things are up to us and some things are not. What's up to you is how you conduct yourself in the conversation. What's not up to you is how the other person reacts. I remembered being in a situation where I was too invested in the outcome of a conversation. I wanted it to go well so badly that I lost sight of simply being present. The result? I came off as tense and insincere. It was a valuable lesson. The Stoic rule here is, detach from the outcome. Your goal is not to control how the other person feels or responds. Your goal is to be virtuous, present, and true to yourself in the moment. Whether the conversation leads to a deep connection or simply remains a pleasant interaction, both outcomes are fine. Rule 5. Be mindful of your body language. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of our actions and the way we carry ourselves. Body language is a part of that. It's not just about the words you say, but how you say them, and how your body communicates alongside your words. An open posture, relaxed demeanor, and eye contact convey confidence, calm, and presence, all Stoic qualities. Your body should reflect your inner tranquility. You don't need to be overly animated or try too hard to impress. Simply be at peace with yourself, and let that show in your physical presence. I've seen people try to overcompensate with exaggerated body language, standing too close, being overly intense, or trying to appear dominant. This doesn't align with Stoic values, where calmness and self-assurance are key. Stoics are strong in their calmness, not their aggression. The lesson here is to practice mindful body language. Be aware of how your posture and gestures can convey either calm or tension. Strive to let your presence reflect the inner calm and confidence you cultivate through Stoic practice. Rule 6. Accept rejection with grace. Rejection is a part of life, and in Stoicism, we are taught to accept what happens with grace and dignity. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth, it's simply a part of the human experience. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. This means that the feeling of rejection is only as painful as we allow it to be. It's up to us to decide how we interpret it. When you talk to women, or anyone else, there may be times when things don't go the way you hoped. That's okay. A Stoic doesn't take rejection personally, because they understand that it's not within their control. I remember a time when I faced rejection, and instead of feeling hurt, I reminded myself that rejection is simply a part of life. It doesn't diminish who I am or my worth. It's just a moment, and like all moments, it will pass. The Stoic rule here is to accept rejection with grace. Don't let it shake your inner peace. It's not a reflection of your value, just a natural part of life. Keep moving forward with your head held high, and your sense of self intact. Rule 7. Approach every conversation with gratitude. Finally, approach every conversation with a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic tool. Whether the conversation leads to a connection, or simply remains a pleasant exchange, be thankful for the opportunity to connect with another human being. As Seneca said, a wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Be content with the conversation as it unfolds, without wishing it were something else. I've had many conversations where I went in with expectations, only to be disappointed when they didn't turn out as I had hoped. But when I started approaching conversations with gratitude, thankful just for the opportunity to learn from another person, it transformed the way I interacted with others. The Stoic rule here is, Be grateful for every conversation, for every interaction is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to practice your virtues. These 7 Stoic rules are not just about how to talk to women, they are about how to approach every conversation in life with calm, respect, and virtue. Stoicism teaches us that it's not about the outcome, but about how we conduct ourselves. It's about living according to our values, regardless of how others respond. So remember, listen more than you speak. Don't seek validation. Speak honestly and kindly. Don't be attached to the outcome. Be mindful of your body language. Accept rejection with grace. Approach every conversation with gratitude. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to Students of Wisdom to continue learning about Stoic philosophy and how it can improve your life. Stay wise, stay calm, and until next time, keep practicing these virtues in every interaction.